Morning motivators. After 3 months of getting our house set up, we have the gym kind of loosely done. I didn't want to wait until the very end of getting this all done months from now. I wanted to give you a rough draft kind of tour of where the pain cavern is at right now, because largely this is what it's going to be. We got strength over here, we got bike maintenance over there, we got a new Zwift setup over here, and we have an unreal treadmill right in behind me. I'm gonna give you the full tour. Let's start with everyone's favorite Taren drinking game, the kettlebell setup. Apparently there are people out there who take a sip every time I say kettlebell. Well, you're gonna take a few sips here. This is a kettlebell setup that I've set up with Kettlebell Kings. So these are competition style kettlebells. And the nice thing about this is they're all the same size. The difference in weight comes from how much mass is in the center of this. And I really like that because as we get athletes coming in and out of here, you can teach them how to use a kettlebell once, and then the movement patterns are all the same because the shapes are the same. So we have 8 kg, around 17 pounds, all the way up to big fella down here, the 48 pounder, or the 48 kg, which is around 115 pounds. This doesn't see a whole lot of action. A lot of people might wonder why I'm so big on kettlebells. The reason is that they're just so versatile. There isn't really another modality of strength that you can say, go and buy 200 bucks worth of equipment, like 3 kettlebells, and you're gonna be set for the next year. But with kettlebells, you do that. Also, the nice thing about kettlebells is that the center of mass is not where you're grabbing it. It's off to the side. So that pulls you over to the side, forcing you to really activate your core, which is so critical for endurance training because it makes us nice and stable. So I like it for the versatility, for the value, for the price, for the breadth of what you can do, and just the flexibility. We've got more strength training equipment over here. From the sister company to Kettlebell Kings, Living Fit, we've set up a battle rope here station that we can tie off to the treadmill. I've done this a couple of times, and battle ropes are friggin' intense. We've got some mobility stretchy bands here that I like to use for a little bit of stability work occasionally, and then just odds and ends of things that I use for ankle mobility, a little bit of back mobility, 5-finger shoes that I use, and then some stability balls and a foam roller. Up here, we did bring these over, these gymnastics rings from the old pain cavern. And why I have these instead of a TRX is the combination of these, which are $30, and then a few kettlebells, which might be $200-300 at most to get you started, is really going to be very versatile. With these few things, you can do a lot of stability movements and a lot of strength movements. I like this for doing hangings every single morning to just stretch the upper back and give a fair bit of traction. I really find that it helps with my shoulders and my upper back feeling a little bit less sore. So that area over there is the strength area. Final little thing, we've got the Gym Next timer. This isn't set up yet, but this is what I use to do workouts. So I'll time out a workout with, say, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off, or 30 on, 30 off, maybe a minute on, 20 seconds off, depending on what I want to do. It adds in the rest, and then I just go through the workout. So this is the strength area. Over here, we have, this is going to be the bike station, this is the tool station. What I'm gonna have on the back eventually is all the bike maintenance tools. You can see that I've got a really rough version of it, but no pegboard hangers. But we do have some of the hex keys, the Allen keys to work on here. All of that is going to go on the back, and on the top will be all of the various lubes that we need. Lubes and tapes, like the cold weather lube, the wet weather lube, just the mountain bike kind of utilitarian sort of lube. And the reason that this is going to be the bike station is because we have the bike cleaning set up here. Like, this is just all the stuff that I need to clean a bike. And right over here on the outside of the house, there is a garden hose hookup. So I can do whatever bike maintenance stuff I want to here, away from the outside, go outside, do a quick clean, and everything is done right in here. This is going to store all of our tools, everything that we need. This whole setup here was just I think it was a $400 workbench that came direct to me. And as far as workbenches go, that's an awesome value. A lot are $1,200, $2,000, $3,000. I'm just looking for something that I can work on the top. I'll put some Rubbermaid containers down here to organize all the tools, and that will be the bike maintenance, the tool section. Over here is a lot of the fun stuff that the endurance athletes are going to really geek out about. This is the bike Zwift setup. This is a treadmill that is worth more than I think the first 4 cars that I had combined. We'll show you the bike Zwift setup here. In the description below and at the end of the video, I'll link to the video where I built this custom wood Zwift desk. This was less than $200, and I really like this because it's different than a lot of the plastic or pre-made Zwift setups that you will have. Like the Wahoo desk I had, really nice desk, but this, for less money than that Wahoo desk, gets you more. This has the fans built right in. This has cup holders built right in. This has a little area below for all of the nutrition. So if I end up forgetting to bring something in, I've got it all down here. It's also a little bit narrower. It doesn't need room in front of it for a fan. It's all just right in here, and took me about, I think, 2-3 hours and a couple $100. So I really like that. We've got the Zwift setup here for the bike, but then over here is a big upgrade. For years, people have been asking me what treadmill I recommend, and I never answered because all I did when I selected that treadmill was I went into a local fitness store and I said, what is a treadmill that goes fast enough that isn't gonna burn out really quickly? And they recommended some $1,200 treadmill, and it was just a normal belt treadmill. But when we got set up here, we worked with the people at Zwift and said, what is a treadmill that you really love how it integrates with Zwift? So this is Technogym's top of the line treadmill. Technogym historically has been in gyms or in really high-end hotels that have a nice gym. But over the last couple of years with the pandemic and this explosion of people setting up really nice gym setups at home, they've come into the home market. So Technogym sent this out, and I get to try it for a chunk of 2022. And what I really like about this, first, is that it's a slatted treadmill as opposed to a belted treadmill. Now, normally treadmills are a belt that goes around. Now this is a belt that goes around, but it's with slats. And this is kind of like a wood weight. And when you hit the ground with this and the belt in this, it is like running on cement, which is perfect. So then you don't have that little bit of bounce that changes your foot strike, changes how your body actually reacts to treadmill running. Treadmill running isn't really the same as normal running because you can get away with bouncing. Whereas this treadmill is basically the same as running outside. In addition to that, this goes all the way up to 230 per K, which is I think a 4-minute mile, roughly thereabouts. And if we are getting pro athletes come in here, we want to be able to give them a treadmill that they can use where the intervals that they're doing are going to be fast enough instead of maxing out at like a 330K, which really just doesn't work. So we don't have this set up just yet because we need a little bit of electrical to be wired in here to set this up, but really excited about that. And then over here is still just a little bit of a work in progress. We're not really sure what's going to go in here. We might end up extending that kettlebell rack a little bit further, moving everything down, and just having some shelves here. But right now, this is a storage area for the yoga mat where I come out and I do a little bit of just movements every single morning to make sure that I'm moving really well. So that is the pain cavern as it is. It's still very much a work in progress, but this is largely the structure of how it's going to be. Really excited for how this is going to work out because we've got some really cool equipment here, really neat setups with Zwift. We have actually a partnership kind of in the works for getting all of the bike tools that we can possibly need for working on bikes here, which will allow us to do a few more videos on different aspects of bike mechanics. And all in all, we've packed a lot into this tiny little garage that is basically just for a compact car. So I'm happy with how it came together, and hopefully this gave you some ideas of things that you want. Like I said, video over here for the Zwift desk if you want to build that, another video in the description below for if you want to build a kettlebell rack, and if you aren't already subscribed, hit the subscribe button below. Later, motivators.